Are we on? Yeah.
Tomato juice. We're live.
Yeah, what's-o internet? Welcome to that bizarre world. Yeah, I mean bad tomato juice. Apparently, yeah.
Trying to be healthy.
I wouldn't bother, not if it involves stuff like that. Welcome to the International Writers Fellowship, where, as you can see, it's not just me. Finally, we have with us Ember and. Sorry, who are you, Dan Bottom?
I'm the stranger that pops in every once in a while.
I'm sure we've met. It'll come to me. I believe Jen is still busy. Don't know anything about Gary. Has anybody heard anything from Gary? I suppose I should, check.
Gary. He's not on the group chat.
Is he not?
I'm going to assume things came up, and then I will be not at all surprised if he shows up. He's just Gary.
Indeed. How's everybody?
Good.
It feels weird to have had like a Friday of work, but a whole week of my kids homesick. And so am I. Which is to say, fine.
Whereas I've got one client tomorrow, and that's me finished for a few weeks, and I'm like, not working. What is that? What's that?
It's going to be so weird for you.
It is going to be. I mean, ugh.
That was me this week. I packed in this week, and then on the 27th, because I have some clients that I only see once a month, just as kind of maintenance. And so I leave tomorrow for vacation for 8 days. And then on the 27th, I'm working. But I'm seeing like 11 straight clients.
You see, how? Because I don't know what's happened, but over here, Christmas just dries up. No, we don't get any clients that time. A few years ago, yeah, Christmas was a really busy period, as you'd expect, because Christmas is hell for a lot of people. And yeah, the past few years...
I told them, I said, I am working one day. And
I'm sorry, what? When you say that 11 clients in one day?
In one day.
Yeah, I thought that was clear.
I thought you meant as in over...
No, and I'm seeing 11 back-to-back clients because
I only want so horrible my brain didn't register it.
I only wanted to... And so it's a mix of virtual and in person, and I do get to play D&D in the middle of the day, it looks like. And a few of them are maintenance, and so it's not super horrible, but I told them, I was like, if you do not show up, I will charge you, like, because I'm only coming in one day. And I have Wednesday happens to be like, I see a lot of clients who are autistic, and Wednesday just happens to be my heavily autistic day. And so those ones just really need that consistency. And so it will all be fine. But yeah, I'm working one day and the next until the 2nd of January.
Whereas I'm not working at all until I want to say 8th.
This is good for you though, because I think you work way more days than I do, and you need a break, sir.
You do.
Yes, dear.
Allow us to be your designated break givers. Take a break. Read a book. Read 5 books. Watch television. Finish Gilmore Girls.
Write some smut.
Read some smut.
Oh, I thought you said rights. I thought you said something but.
No, I said write
about a butt.
Smut.
About butts.
About butts, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're going to Portugal for a couple of weeks. I'm not looking forward, if I'm honest, because if we're just going to a place in Portugal and spending a little while, great. But my wife is drive around person, and we'll be spent, it's not going to be quite a different hotel every day, but it's not going to be far off. And as we spoke earlier, I don't do well in cars because my body is too long and too broken to be in cars for any length of time. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're driving. So we had talked about going to Astoria, which is where the Goonies was filmed.
All right.
But it would be 7-ish total hours in a car. And we're like, we don't want to spend all day in a car to go and maybe drive by a house that a movie was filmed in and not get. So we're like, we'll go back some other time.
Yeah, it's a house. It's not gonna be the most interesting thing. Like I have yet to go by the Mrs. Doubtfire house in San Francisco. Like it's because I know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna stand out there and go, take a picture for Instagram and then never think about it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The one place we are driving, and I only think it's a couple hours. We are driving, or maybe it's like an hour and a half, to the coast to, fingers crossed, see some whales.
That will be cool.
Because it's their migration season, and I've never seen whales before, and I think that would be really cool.
My God. Well, enjoy that.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of whales.
Somewhat a little bit close to where I am, 10 hours away.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of whales in Kansas, so.
Nice. I would be concerned if you did. I'd say, climate change was progressing a lot faster than I expected.
Shall we do cards before we?
Oh, yes. I have a new deck. Well, it's a new to us deck. It's not new. Well, it's newish to me. I can't.
I
Okay.
kicked off with the new deck, and hopefully it's going to be around about April. And I just saw another Oracle deck that I really want, but it was £80. So I'm like,
no. Come on, camera. Get with the damn program. Ukiyo-e Teru, come on. Be a bro.
That's pretty.
Nah.
Ooh, there.
Focus for a hot second. Kind of, a little bit. This is hard for me. I don't know.
We can see. No, we've seen it. Yes, don't worry.
It's pretty.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. I tried. I don't know. Like I said,
No,
all week.
I saw one and I thought £80 for a single deck of cards is a bit much even for me. So
and the English pound is worth more than the American dollar. So
I mean, that's probably about $100 for a deck of cards.
Yeah. Give or take, yeah.
It's really nice cards, but I'm like, But hey, I backed a different Kickstarter, which was not nearly as nice looking, but cool in its own way, so that'll do. Oh, hello. We've got somebody. Don't recognize this name. Does anybody else recognize this one?
Hi, Kraken.
Yeah,
well,
I think this. Yeah, I think this might well be the very last one because I'm away as of Monday. Erica's away as of tomorrow, and everybody else is either too busy or too Christmased up. So
I will have my stream started by next week. I promise, Kraken. You can come watch me play a video game. I still can't decide. I don't know. But I'll be streaming in here. I have all the technology. I can rebuild myself.
It's got to be a horror game, apparently.
I can totally play the Quarry. We can make all the bad decisions and kill all the kids. That would be a fun way to spend Christmas.
I'm sure it would.
The Quarry is really fun. It's interactive drama, which I super love. You know, things change with one decision and okay.
No, I'm playing Door Kickers at the moment. That's my
I finally pulled a major arcana and it is the Hierophant. Hierophant? How do you pronounce this? Only ever seen it written. Hierophant?
Yeah.
But you're British. I don't know if that counts. It's like saying aluminium, perhaps. Why? I can't. Oh, well. Look at the shiny. There's a guy and there's 3 people. Anyways, this is an all Japanese themed deck. It's very pretty. Hierophant.
Yeah,
okay, fair enough. So like, for example, here are I think these are supposed to be the pentacles.
Oh,
It's all very pretty.
yeah. Or even though that's Chinese style coins.
Wands. They look like yen to me.
Oh, maybe that could be wrong, but they look like Chinese. But
It's like everything is all very like stylized and different.
yeah.
Anyway, it's
I've
by
just
a
finished
Japanese
watching-
artist, Koji Furuta. Yeah.
Oh,
So let's see what
maybe.
he has to say
I
about
suspect they know more about Japanese coinage than I do, so we'll go with them. I just finished watching Blue Eye Samurai. If anybody's seen that one, that was
No, this is your second
violent.
recommendation, though.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, so I forget who
No,
I've told and who I haven't.
it's good to hear it again because I forget things. You know, I have that one thing that makes me forget all the stuff that I hear. ¿Dónde está Hierophant? ¿Qué es el nombre? El 5. Está 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aquí está. The Hierophant, a priest sits cross-legged in meditation posture. His costume indicates.
Hey, Ember.
Yes.
Your microphone is like
kind of fucked up.
There, that's perfect. Sorry.
I don't know why it likes to sit right here, which is deeply uncomfortable for me. Okay. The Hierophant. A priest sits cross-legged in meditation posture. His costume indicates that he is a high-ranking Buddhist monk. The men before him are not monks. Their heads are not shaved. They are townsmen who have gathered to hear a sermon. In his left hand, the Hierophant holds prayer beads, which he uses to count his prayers, or mantras in Buddhism, as in Roman Catholicism. Specific numbers of prayers are used to achieve the wish of the devotee. The Hierophant prays for the happiness and enlightenment of all living beings, animals, and humans alike. His gentle expression denotes compassion and kindness towards all, and his age shows that he has gathered wisdom. Japanese Buddhism stresses that each individual can attain enlightenment in this lifetime, as opposed to the Buddhism of India, which implies that enlightenment, though we're striving for, is virtually impossible to attain for most people. Japanese Buddhism also focuses on the spirit rather than the dogma of Buddhism. Therefore, the form that it takes in Japan may seem radically different from more traditional forms. All sects. Why is this? This is teaching us about Buddhism. Divinatory meanings, ritualism, ceremonies, mercy, humility, kindness, goodness, forgiveness, inspiration, alliance, compassion, servitude, inactivity. There's a lot more words. And it has reverse meanings. Interesting. We had a lesson in Buddhism as well as a divination card.
See, and I'm interested about the dude who's like turn into the other two. It's like, why are you not paying attention? Is this not interesting to you, sir?
Maybe he's looking to the others for like what to interpret, which is kind of how I feel right now.
Maybe.
Because I'm like, this is a deeply spiritual card, and I'm like using it to think about my writing, and I don't feel connected to it. So I'm just like, I'm that guy. Were you paying attention? I wasn't paying attention. Oh God, they're all looking at me.
You see, I always interpreted the Hierophant as being, I mean, yes, a spiritual thing, but more. I've tended to be a bit broader with it, more kind of knowledge than just esoteric knowledge, if that makes sense. So, learning skills from a wise elder, that kind of thing, rather than learning spiritual lessons from a monk / priest / whatever.
I see it as like traditionalism and a warning not to be too rigid in your beliefs. I always take the Hierophant as a warning card in my own readings, for whatever reason. Like a warning. Yeah, like not to get too wrapped up in your own thoughts or your own esoteric concerns, or I'll just sit on that.
Okay. So, but in terms of writing, or in terms of Oz,
Didn't it say something about like inspiration and?
Yeah, let me pull the. Oh Lord.
I felt like the words like resonated more with me than the other stuff did.
Art.
No, not so much but the.
Let's see. The Hierophant prays for happiness and enlightenment of all living beings, animals, and humans alike. His gentle expression denotes compassion and kindness.
Yes, those words.
And kindness towards all, and his age shows that he has gathered wisdom. Maybe. So you're thinking.
There were like a list of words that you were reading toward the end.
Oh, divinatory meanings, ritualism, ceremonies, mercy, humility, kindness, goodness, forgiveness, inspiration, alliance, compassion, servitude, inactivity, overt reserve, conformity, a religious or spiritual leader. At times, this person is unable to adapt to new circumstances and changing conditions. A person with a sense of historical importance.
Well, thanks for joining us, Kraken. We probably won't see you before Christmas now, so happy Christmas to both yourself and your mother.
Yeah,
happy Christmas.
And we'll see you in the new year.
A most festive Yule.
For daily 10-hour streams. Yeah, good luck with that one, mate, is all I'm saying. But yes, take it easy. Have a good one, and we'll see you in 2024. Do you feel old yet?
I more kind of was like just getting used to the idea of 2023. We know, we love you.
Yes, bye.
Don't waste all your money on sweets at the store.
Oh, mate, 26. Yeah, if you think you've got a bad back now, just...
And an identity crisis. That's right. We already talked about this. Come back to me after your return of Saturn. And then tell me about the identity crisis. And then get through your 30s and tell me about the next one.
And then you hit 40 plus. And there's a whole new set of things.
I don't want to. I'm going to barely survive this decade. I don't want to do it. I can't. I'm going to tap out. I get to be 30 forever. The end.
Oh, I thought you were still 18.
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Promise? Wow.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, so I don't know if we got much out of that one. Any of us?
No, I did not connect with that, but I had some personal stuff come up with that, so I'm like, get out of here, tarot cards.
I felt very called out on the inactivity. I'm like, yeah, fuck you too.
I've been having thoughts that this deck is not for me. I've had some very odd readings with it. Like, I think I need to give it to someone. Yeah.
Fair play. Just trying to think.
Yeah.
Because
she's pretty, but she's not. I don't connect with her.
I had some oracle decks like that. Like, they looked really pretty, and then when I got them, I was like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe you can go to a new home. Someone else will love you more than I do.
It's not even that I don't love them. It's just that, like, there's like a relationship with the cards that's missing in this particular instance. I'm not. I don't know. My readings with them are all wackadoo.
Fair play. Yeah, so I've spent the past few days looking at new decks because they keep coming up on my Facebook, and because obviously Facebook just sees you and comes for you. And I saw a Lord of the Rings tarot deck, which is just designed for me, but at the same time, I don't know, just there's something about it that I'm thinking, yes, but would I love it as much as I think I'd love it?
No, and I don't love the commercial tarot decks that are kind of aimed at that. I mean, more power to you if you do love them. It's just for me personally, like I don't want to practice with them. Like they're fun, but I don't know. I like it more like with my Modern Witch Tarot that there was an artist that like put them together very thoughtfully and probably loves tarot as well.
There's an artist at the Comic-Con that we go to, and she has been working since pre-COVID on doing a tarot deck. And every year we go, I was like, how close are you? Because they are just so gorgeous. And we have...
Oh, lovely. You're going to have to start again, but you froze.
Oh, crap.
I heard you.
Did you?
Oh.
The whole time.
Oh, no, for me.
Oh, well, that's weird. I was saying that at the Comic-Con that we go to every year, there's a artist who's like started a tarot deck pre-COVID and has been working on it since then. And so we ask her every year how close she is, and every year she's getting closer. And we have some prints, and they're just like, they're so gorgeous. And she does them in shades of blues and gold. Like everything is blues and gold.
I so admire that. As an artist, someday I would aspire to make my own tarot deck, but it would be an undertaking of massive proportions.
I'd love to make my own tarot deck, but it's I just don't know where I'd start with something like that. I just found these ones. These are the ones on Kickstarter I'm looking at.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh, those are cool.
That's very like traditional with a twist.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean, look at the tower there, for example.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like medieval art in that it's very flat, very simple colors, but the imagery has more of like a modern, dark, almost anime vibe to it.
Yes, I thought that. Yeah.
I like too that they added words to the minor arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you kind of a something.
Yeah, so you don't have to necessarily search through the whole thing just to. So yeah, so
gorgeous.
So that was my impulse buy yesterday.
I'm on an impulse buy embargo with the business starting up in January, so I will vicariously live through you.
Okay, let me see. Okay, this is that's what she has so far.
Fuck
I'm afraid
me.
to click on this because I don't want to get like pulled away from the stream, but let's see.
Jesus H. Christ almighty.
That's really nice.
And what I love about her art is that it is just it's unique, and like going to cons, it's okay. So she has more than just blues and golds, but most of it is blues and golds.
No, it's totally blues and golds. Like that's the palette with like a little bit of something here and there, but yeah.
But it's just like it feels like everyone has the same fucking art style. And so when I can find someone who has something different, like I get something from her every year.
I'm blown away. I love that.
So yeah, I keep waiting. I keep waiting every year for the full deck. Like I think we have a print of the sun, and oh gosh, I can't even remember. I was there in the basement though. But anyway. So yeah.
I like the moon a lot. It reminds me of Genova from Final Fantasy VII, which might be added to my tattoo sleeve. Maybe. Yeah. The one that I can no longer afford. I told my husband for my birthday I just want tattoo money. Just like, please help me finish inking my arm.
I don't get to go back till March. I'm so sad.
Well, I at least got my finger like finalized. Oh, I didn't show you guys. She put a little yellow in there too for my moon. It's not freaking focusing. Face. Focus.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Blurry. It's blurry on my end, but hopefully it's focused. I don't know.
Very nice.
I can see the
A little
yellow.
bit of yellow.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
And I have this silly Christmas manicure because I was at a professional event this Sunday. I wanted to have professional looking nails, I guess. This is professional. I don't know. It's more professional than my broken sad little nails. So. Rewriting. What's right?
Indeed. Let's do something. How's everybody's writing been going this past week?
It hasn't been going since we finished NaNoWriMo. Whoopsie.
No, I haven't written anything. Like, I was just thinking, I don't even know where I stopped.
I think I relied on this space really heavily to create that rhythm for me. And then, you know, post Nano, it was like getting ready for the business event, and my son got sick, and blah, blah, blah. So December just.
I want to, I don't know, maybe this is, I want to set myself a realistic monthly goal, like a writing goal.
Totally fine.
And maybe that's what I need to just like say it out loud and have people keep me accountable.
I mean, we're already talking to each other about our health habits. We can totally accountability buddy up for writing too, if that helps. Can just wrap it into our check-ins.
It really does, because that's what I love about Nano is not that I met the daily count this year. I think I've only done that 1 year where I've met like the daily word count. And that was really, really, really stressful.
That's funny. The 1 year that I did it, I stayed on top. I mean, the 1 year that I did it at the 50K level, I totally stayed on top of the daily word count. I only had like 1 or 2 days where I had to double up, and I finished right on time, and it felt amazing and not super stressful. And I don't know what happened to me that year. I don't know. I just like went somewhere to the end of my book.
Whereas the thought of writing that amount terrifies me. Generally.
Yeah, every other year I've not been able to do it. So or I, stopped at 30K. So that's weird. There's a piece of me that's like, if you just ride the wave and get there. I'm like, no, that can't be it. Oh, wow. Yep. I'm looking at dates. November 28th, 2023. Good job. Good job, me.
I think I want to shoot for like 10,000. I think 10,000 words is
for
doable.
You, that's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for me, that would be pushing it. For you, that's like, pff, and the rest.
I think that's what I'm gonna shoot for January.
I like it.
I mean, I could shoot for that for December, and I want to like give myself this month for a break.
Yeah, absolutely.
The amount of work you put in over 30 days, or is it 31K in 31 days? There it is. Yeah. Also not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I might try that. Sorry, I'm trying to open my document too, so I'm starting to like shift perspective. Lord.
I just like, for me, the days that I work, by the time I get home, like I'm done, because I've seen between 7 and 9 clients, and like my brain is it's done, and I've only have enough, like I want to have enough brain power to interact with my family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think 10 is good.
I think 10's really reasonable.
Yeah, you would struggle not to do that, I think.
It's just a matter of like giving yourself the time, carving out the time, and saying to yourself, like, this is what I'm doing right now, which is, again, what this space has afforded me personally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that in the past I have tried to, like, on non-nano months, I've tried to do like 25, and then that felt too big. And I was like, well, screw it. I'm not going to make it. So I'm not even going to write anything because that's not going to happen. So if I go over it, that's just, gravy. But yeah, 10 10's good. 10's a good number.
10's good. Well, let's just write what feels good today, and then we'll enter January with that in mind. I will join you in our 10K challenge, because that should get me totally up to the gills with rewrites that need to be done. Wow, I cut off in the middle of a scene. A fight was about to break out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I just dropped it and ran. It's like, bye, I don't care about you guys anymore.
And is that in the middle of all of the proposals?
Oh, yeah, the proposals, and then there's the big event to confirm one of them, and then people are drunk, and things are happening, and people are mad, and other people are heartbroken, and it is tasty. Num 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 num. I mean, okay, Erica will get this. The winter formal. I just watched the episode of Gilmore Girls with the winter formal where Dean gets all like, rah, rah, rah. It's like that, but way bigger and way more people, way more main characters.
So, confession, I've never, ever, ever watched a single episode of the Gilmore Girls before.
I thought you were on the Gilmore Girls team. Okay, well then never mind.
I mean, I know what it is. I know who the characters are, but I
literally just
missed
started.
that window.
Nope, it can't be missed, because now you can come in and watch it as a grown-up, and it is tasty, delightful. It goes down easy.
It will have to go on my list after, like, I don't even know how many shows.
Fine. I'm kidding. Dan, what are you writing?
I'm probably just going to have to be something channel related, because all my fiction writing is on my word processor, which is in my bedroom with my sleeping wife. So didn't think that far ahead. Well, she went to bed before I finished work, so kind of threw a spanner in the works at that point. So I'm just going to probably start doing a review of the Avatar Legends role-playing game, because some therapist friends and I are going to have a go at playing it and discussing possibilities, and I'm probably going to do that on quite a number of different games, because I've got a lot of different games that need checking out.
You should do it. I'd watch that on YouTube. I want to hear all about it.
Because Erica will have to join me on at least a few.
So I was going to say, if we can make the time work out, I would.
Yeah. Because I've got Against the Dark Master, Die, Heart, Spire, 7th Sea, Legend of Five Rings, Marvel, Besom, Discworld, Quest. Oh god, there's just too many. So it's gonna be a long job.
All right, I'm ready. You ready?
Erica, you're just picking up from wherever you left off.
Yes, I am writing. I think I'm writing some stuff that, like, I'm making some stuff up, a conversation that my character has with her mom, and some realizations that maybe I had about her as I was writing at some point in time in November. Like I have a little note with a question mark that I might process on paper.
Love
See,
processing on paper.
This is when therapists should not write fantasy, because they start processing all of their characters' stuff on paper.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. That's kind of what I'm doing here with this big old fight. I think it's going to be great.
I'm wondering if I'm wondering if my character was touch starved a little bit. So,
oh no,
we're gonna check that out, because yeah.
Have I spoken to you since I did my con?
Huh? No.
Sorry, just I was very reserved. I only got one die whilst I was there.
Oh, hold on. I gotta make this screen bigger now. Oh, it's so pretty.
I know. Sorry.
You showed us it at least twice now.
Well, I've shown you at least twice. I haven't showed it to Erica at all. So you know.
I know. I'm here. I think this is my third time seeing your big giant die, and I'm just like,
20 minutes, is that long enough, or is that too long?
I have to go get Peanut, so that works for me.
Coolio, then. Well, there you go. Let's click the button. Let's get started. Happy writing.
Thank you. I love when lovers fight over people.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I just said at least we got the countdown thingy.
Yeah, it's inconsistent, isn't it? Sometimes it gives us what we need. Sometimes it's just like, yeah,
I
you
wonder
finished
too
now.
if
Get
like
used
we
to
just
it.
don't notice it, like if we're that into the. Although we wouldn't all not notice it. I don't know, but yes, that's yeah. How'd that go for everybody? And I don't just mean word count wise, but like that feel.
It was okay.
Do you want to say it in a way that convinces us, or?
I'm like, okay, and Erica Landa's like, I got about 1,000, but you know.
Oh, I don't. I have to fix all of my stuff first, and then I'll figure out word count. No, it was. I don't know. It was rough at first because I'm like, I don't remember how to do this because it's been a hot minute since I've.
It's been just over 2 weeks. I don't know if that qualifies as a hot minute, but
I don't know either. It feels like a lot longer than that.
Yeah, it does. I think it qualifies as a hot minute, but it's definitely like Gandalf meme territory. I have no memory of this place.
oh right, exactly.
Yeah. I had to trek back and like read a few paragraphs beforehand just to be like, where was everyone in space and time right before all hell breaks loose? So we
Yeah,
know.
see, I put like it was then that she replayed incident from earlier because I know something happened that I had this thought that she needed to like process through this, but I didn't want to take the time to go back and read it right then and there. So yeah.
Incident.
How about you, Amber?
I got about 500 words. I don't know if any of it is keepable. I feel like with these rewrites, it's like I feel like I'm writing fan fiction of my own book, if that makes any sense. I'm changing such major events that, yeah, I don't know if that's imposter syndrome. I don't know what that is, but it feels really odd, even though I think it's the right thing to do.
I suppose in a way you kind of are, because fanfic is basically telling the story that you would like to have seen from whichever IP you're writing the fanfic of. And
Yeah.
I've said it on this channel several times that I always view the editing process as being able to turn your writing into the story that you wanted to tell in the first place. Because
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, because when we write the first time, it's the act of getting the words on the page just kind of involve contortions that we weren't really aware that we were making at the time. And so when we go back to the editing process, we can get rid of the things that we didn't really mean to put in there in the first place, kind of thing.
I think I understand. Like sometimes when we're writing, we just have to get from A to B, and it's inelegant. And the final drafting of it all, or the rewriting, as it is for me, is like infusing it with that elegance that it should have had the first time. But I was just in such a mad dash to create a cohesive manuscript. Yeah, that's helpful. And I just have to get through this scene that feels very like pulpy and silly and be like, no, but you like that. That's good. You enjoy that. You just watched a TV show that does the same thing and you were like, more of that, please. So,
I mean, for example, so I'm working on a piece of fiction at the minute, which is basically just a fight scene, but I have to write the setup to the fight scene, and it is not great. It is literally just a case, okay, I need to get this out of the way so I can start killing people. Whereas if I were to go back and edit it, I would know that I know now that needs changing, but I don't want to do that now because I want to go and write the hacking and slashing. So yeah, I'm probably not going to edit this one because it's not really marketable, I don't think. But yeah, were I to go and edit it, I would go in knowing that part of a big thing that needs changing is the build up to the fight, because currently it's along the lines of she's here now, she's fighting. Oh, okay.
And that is
Kind of.
100% my writing. So right now I am writing the extended outline. And then I'm going to go in and do, like, I will basically rewrite it. I think if, the little bit that I read that one Saturday is any indication of how this process is going to go, I am going to rewrite all for how many 100,000 words? 477,000 words that I have written right now. 471,000 words that I have written right now. Like, all of it will get rewritten.
I feel like I'm waving to you from across a gulf of like creative process. Like, hi, I'm on the other side of that, and it never gets easier. I'm sorry.
No, but like that's just what I need to do right now. Is I just need to get my notes down there, and then my process is very weird, because then I will print it out and then I will throw up all over it on the paper with a red pen and make all sorts of arrows, and then I will have to try and go and decipher my arrows.
I do that. I print it all off. Usually, 2 pages per side, double-sided. Just, but yeah, it's not usually a red pen, but it's a brightly colored pen of some kind, and I just cross out entire pages worth of writing. No, don't need that. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Yeah, I like it though. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, as I say to a lot of people, it's an artistic medium. There is no absolutely correct way to do it. There are formulaic ways that people who write a lot of published fiction do it. And that may not be how we do it, because we have other jobs that we do and we are not full-time writers. And yeah, it's okay if it makes you happy. I mean, I look back at all the crap that I threw away and I'm like, I was happy writing it then. Or something. I got something out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What a weird hobby.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to have that conversation at some point about how in God's name did we end up doing this.
But, I've been doing it since middle school. So I'm going to call it a non-maladaptive behavior. It's a positive coping mechanism that I've developed to, deal with life.
So obviously, for both of you, it's the first writing you've done in a couple of weeks. Was it nice?
Yeah, it was nice. It was disorienting, and I realized that I'm better off when I do it on a regular basis, so that I don't have to I don't know, I'm more confident when I'm writing something and just going at it. When I take a break from it, I come back and look at it, that's when the imposter syndrome creeps in. And I'm like, oh, actually, I'm rubbish. And I don't know. It's weird, right? I don't know.
Yeah, because you're not.
I don't know what that is. It's just there. So that's what I learned. Consistency is key. As we head off into the wildly unpredictable Christmas holiday. I hate this time of year. It's so hard for me. Oh, everybody's out of routine.
what's everybody doing for Christmas itself? So you're going to actually be in Oregon when it happens, are you, Erica? Or
No, I got vetoed. We come home Christmas Eve. I wanted to get up at the, super early, and I got outvoted. And so we get home. Our flight lands at home at 11:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve in December in the Midwest. I've looked ahead, and it is supposed to be above freezing weather, and it's the Midwest.
I don't know what that means.
Mother Nature here has, so I feel like I can say this and it's okay. She does not always take her medication.
That's fair. You do have to be consistent with your medication if you are prescribed.
And she does not.
So what happens? Does she get soggy roads because the snow's all starting to melt?
Oh no, we have had sunshine and snow and rain and like warmth all in one day.
I don't like that.
No. And so I'm just hoping everything will be fine. But then we used to go and do like family stuff on Christmas, and I was like, this is dumb. Like, I don't want to. I just want to spend the day with my family. So on the plane ride home, we are going to do our family tradition of watching It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, wow.
That we do every year.
That's beautiful. So cute.
And it is, I have there's a quote from I guess it's what Clarence writes in Tom Sawyer. Like, my dad wrote that, and it's in his handwriting. I have it as part of my geek sleeve.
You're right. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Remember, no man is a failure who has friends.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not going to be able to turn my arm upside down. It's going to be upside down for you guys.
That's fine.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's my dad's handwriting. So that's our tradition. And then we will probably sleep in.
I would imagine.
And then just chill all day.
Good. Yeah.
How about you, Emma? What are you going up to?
I don't know. We're at my in-laws for a party on the 24th. So, we may end up at my mother's on the 25th. We may just kick around here. We are very just stay home and be cozy sorts of people. So if we're going somewhere, it's to be cozy. So regardless of where we are, it'll be cozy. We go to my mom's, at least we can have a fire in the fireplace. My fireplace is not working. It was part of buying an ancient house. We're like, oh yeah, we got to replace that.
You got your wall fixed yet?
No, thankfully, I just don't go in that room very much, so I just don't have to look at the half-melted wall. I have to contact my insurance agency and see if they will cover that kind of damage. I believe it's in my policy. So the joys of owning a home. Live in the dream. And you will be in Portugal.
I will indeed be in Portugal. I've got no idea where in Portugal I'll be by that point. I'm expecting to get a bit emotional at one point because my one stipulation was that if we go there, we're going to have to go to a particular place. And I've been dreaming of going to that place since I was about 10.
And what's that?
So that's a town in Portugal called Tomar. So long-winded story. I watched a documentary when I lived in Germany on a series called Terror X. Something unbegainst.
unknown, something like Adventures into the Unknown or something like that. And basically, it was about the Knights Templar. If I don't know if you know anything about them,
Not a whole lot.
they were an order of knights in the Middle Ages who got a lot of money and influence, and when a king owes you money, that's an unhealthy place to be in, because the king will declare you illegal and kill all of you. And there was a commandery on Majorca, and a handful of knights escaped from Majorca and travelled all the way across Spain to this place in Portugal called Tomar. And like I say, for the past 30 years, it's been kind of a light at the end of a tunnel, so it's going to be a bit weird seeing it.
Well, that sounds magical and cool. I hope it's enjoyable.
Yeah. It'd be better if it weren't, if I didn't have the wife and kid in tow, because they're both going to be going, "Oh, are we finished yet? Oh, can we go and do this yet?" I went to the Bodleian Library with them years ago to see an exhibition about J.R.R. Tolkien. We went there specifically to do it, and just walked in, and they just went and sat down and said, "Can we go yet?" No, you see the door and me. This is how far I've got. You see that room? I've got to go through all of that. If you don't want to be here, bye. But no, I'm not done here.
Yeah, why don't you send them off on some kind of adventure while you just enjoy your day?
I suggested that, but I get overruled in these conversations. I'm just the husband and the dad.
You get to sort of step back and let them be miserable then, because they cannot ruin your time. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I am giving you permission to ignore their whinging. If they decide to go with you and they whinge, then you go, bye. I'm going to go enjoy my place now. Because they're opting in. You gave them the opportunity to go have an ice cream and go shopping, but no.
Yeah.
We had to do that when my daughter was 5. We took her to Disney, and we went with my mother and father-in-law. And so my kid is 5, and she's at Disney for the first time.
Right. So she's having a mind-blowing experience.
And we got into a second line for a princess. And my father-in-law says, you're waiting in line, another line. I said, we drove separately. If you don't want to wait, you can go do your own thing.
Yeah,
he didn't say, yeah, he didn't make any more comments like that for the rest of the day. I'm like, do you see this little girl?
Yeah.
And then one last thing, and then I have to go because we have to run to my sister-in-law.
Oh yeah.
So Tiana, Princess and the Frog, was has always been her favorite.
It's a lovely film. It doesn't get nearly enough love, Princess and the Frog.
And the voice of Dr. Facilier is going to be at our Comic-Con this year.
That's fun.
But so we saved her for last. We're going to go meet her last. And we get up there. It was the very last one, and there's a rope across the thing. And I was like, I think my face had fallen, and the guy had to have seen it. And he opened the rope for us, and he said, "Come on." And I was like, you have no idea how much you just saved my ass, because she would have been devastated. So we got to meet Tiana and Naveen, and it was like the coolest. It was so awesome to watch her get to meet them. When there was still magic in the world when she was 5 years old. That's just, it was so cool.
I love that. Shout out to the kind human who let you in.
Yes. That dude, I wish that I could remember his name, because, he saved my life that day.
Just a reminder to give people a break every now and again when you can.
Yeah.
All right. And on that happy note, let's call it. Let's call it for December for reals this time.
Yes, indeed. So I am going to be away until I think New Year's Eve. So we're not going to be doing anything like that. So I think the next one will be either that Friday, so either the 5th or that Sunday, the 7th.
Sounds good.
We will figure out which one of those nearer the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any last words for 2023?
Yeah, kick rocks.
Keep
To
ready.
2023, not to the people watching.
Whereas I'm kind of grateful for it, because without it, this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, fair. Okay, fine. Started crappy, ended good. Okay, but that'll be the tagline for 2023.
How about this? Take what you need and leave the rest.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And now I have to go take my son away from school and leave nothing. I don't know. I can't fix that. I'm brain dead. It's been a weird ass week.
Yeah, tell me about it. Cool. Well, in that case, happy Christmas and happy New Year to everybody watching. Thank you for joining us, especially Kraken and Ocelot. And we will see you 20.
And happy all the rest of the holidays for whatever everyone else celebrates.
Indeed. Toodle pip.